How's it going, everyone? David from dodmedia. What do you think of that little intro there? It's pretty cool, right? It didn't particularly look like it was done on a super cheap budget, did it? And yet, it really was. This is a Turns Pro. Turns Pro is actually a time-lapse panner. So you set in a time, you set in a clockwise or anti-clockwise movement, or a degrees if you want, and then you just let it do its thing. So the reason I'm showing you this is that this is a very cheap tool. In fact, you can get it even cheaper if you just use basically a glorified egg timer, where you don't have to put in the actual time, where you literally just turn something and let it turn its way back towards that starting point. And what it offers is the ability to add movement to a scene, to a product, to an item that you're shooting by rotating the item itself, instead of having to have a fancy slider that you're sliding from left to right whilst panning a fluid head, so that you get that kind of movement around the item that you see so typically in B-roll and in promo videos. And while that look is fantastic, like it really brings you around the item, unfortunately it also costs a fair bit more money to be able to do that. This, however, does not cost that much money, and as I said, you don't need this one. You can get anything that rotates. Now I've just put a little ball head on there with a clamp so that I could clamp my watch for the promo thing. But you could just as easily put a plate on there like this little guy here, which you would screw onto the ball head so that you could put an item like, for example, a lens. Or if you're a wedding cinematographer, you could put some wedding rings on there, or a flower, or a little name card, or that kind of thing. And it allows you to give motion to your shot without having to spend an absolute fortune and without having to have all of the space necessary to run a slider. Now, in the examples that were in the introduction there, I did do the tiniest bit of panning on the tripod just to be able to keep with that watch face as it was moving past the frame, as it was rotating past the frame. But it's not mandatory, and it means that you can add movement to your shots without having to have a super expensive slider. So there you go, I just wanted to share that. Food for thought. Hope you found this inspiring, interesting at the very least. There's a link for this product by Turns Pro in the description, just because it's the one that I'm showing here, but as I say, there are literally hundreds and thousands of them out there, so you don't need to get this one. If you find one cheaper, get that instead. So yeah, I hope this helps with your B-roll or product shoots or whatever you're using it for. Give it a thumbs up if you liked what you saw. Hit that subscribe button to get more videos and tips and tutorials and reviews and ideas and all sorts of crap from me at dodmedia. Leave a comment in the comment section about how you would use this. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Leave a comment in the comment section about who